Blarla. Hello peeps and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. Welcome back to Sweaty Palms, where we've had another epidemic outbreak. Again, it's the abominable curse. So let's try and spot them, shall we? Oh, there's one. There's one. So just by pressing this button here, we can get our little syringe and see about trying to spot those that are infected, which can be tricky because of the actual mummies walking around. Oh! See that? The germ came up. He had the little germ above his head. Hopefully we caught it in time, I don't know. Seem to be alright. We seem to be alright. Okay. Oh, there's one. One more. Hopefully it's not a mummy. I wonder who it could be. Should we just check our receptionist? Because you never know with these. Receptionist is alright. Don't know. Do we check the mummies over? Maybe. Because you never know. Okay, now the mummies do. Oh, there. The mummies did seem to be fine. It's just it has happened to me before, where it's actually been genuinely one of the premature mummification guys, and how are you supposed to spot that? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Get him sent through. Now, what's going on with you? Could we get them to the top of the queue? They're looking a bit ropey, aren't they? They are looking a bit ropey. Let's send these guys home. And let's get Ben here. Benny Syrup. You're right, Benny. Come along now. I've got a staff challenge. Get a level 5 room. No, because of money, we're probably not going to be doing that. You're a little bit peaky, Ben.
We're close to award season.
Are we? Oh, we are close to award season, but we want to find out what's wrong with Benny. Let's look at this now, and then we'll find out what's wrong with Benny. Let's open all of them. Ooh, look, we've got most prestigious hospital somehow. Who's our rising star? Thomas Tingle. Yes, he is rather fabulous. Oh, you're right. 12%. I think she's got a GP2. Oh, he's been sent to fluid analysis now. What are we up to? 7. Right, let's get him to the top of the queue. And we've got a mummy in fluid analysis. Okay. Easy there. That's somebody's arm. Okay. Come on then, Benny. In you come, Benny. Been called into the room. What are we at? 9%. Oh my goodness. It's getting a bit close, isn't it? It's getting a bit close, everybody. Let's get Ozzy moved up. Let's send them away. We need to find a more appropriate way of diagnosing them as well when we set up the treatment for premature mummification, I would say. Oh. It looks rough. Oh, it looks rough. Where are we? 6%. Ooh! We've got a full diagnosis. Now, instead of going back to the GP, let's send straight for treatment. Injection room. He's at the top. He's at the top of the list. Is there nobody in the injection room? Nobody's currently working the injection room. Let's just have a look. Where are you? Looks like he's on his way to the injection room. Excellent. It's a dodgy business. Are we going to kill Benny? Who knows? 6% health. He's looking for a bin. But I think he's going straight in. Okay. Now can we cure him? Or is this treatment going to fail? Rough times. Rough times. Ooh. Oh, we did cure Benny Syrup. Yeah. That's fantastic news. That's fantastic news, everybody. Fantastic news. Right. Ooh, this queue's not looking too bad at the moment. So that's nice. Excellent. Bit of money's coming in. We've almost got Cryptology, which is wonderful. It truly is wonderful, actually. Still haven't... Ozzy still doesn't quite have enough experience. So what we're going to do, I think... We'll put Ozzy to work in here. Gain that experience so we can get him trained in some treatment training. I think that would be pretty nice. Pretty nice to be able to do that. Don't you think? I think so. I think so. Yeah, so we can see here that our... Oh, what's this? Agatha Sphere will be visiting the hospital. The CEO of the Orb Foundation. I'm suspicious of anyone who promotes the wearing of sandals, and she is no exception. Okay. Alright. So we're getting close to being able to build Cryptology. The problem with it is that it's taking us a very long time to diagnose premature mummification. We definitely have an issue in that area. So we have to sort of decide, what do we think is going to be best to use? What room, what diagnosis room should we be building, do we think, to best diagnose as quickly as possible people with premature mummification? Now, where is she? Is she arriving here? No. It's Quentin. Here? Maybe this car. No. Warning, seismic activity has been detected in the area. Okay, so let's maybe she's come by chopper. She might have come by chopper, I suppose, to be fair. Right. Oh. Yes, she did. There she is. Now.
Warning.
Oh.
Seismic activity detected.
Some disturbing news regarding an outbreak of disease in
Right, one thing at a time.
Let us hope the brave men and women in our local
With that out of the way.
deal with the matter swiftly.
Okay, stuff seems to be being dealt with.
Can airlift me to a safe location.
Now, we need to keep a really close eye on this particular VIP, and you'll see why. So Agatha here, Agatha Sphere from the Orb Foundation, I like that her surname's Sphere, actually, is problematic when she visits your hospital. Very problematic indeed, and we're going to follow her around.
Sorry for the litter. You dropped on our floor.
Because what she does is she upsets. Well, she doesn't upset, she brainwashes staff and patients. And that can cause problems. So, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on her and we'll see it happen. So she's calling somebody over. Right, now, I'm going to allow this to demonstrate. So what she does is she brainwashes. Now, what we could do with the staff member is pick him up to prevent it from happening. But I want you to see what happens. So here it is, brainwashed. Brainwashed by the Orb Foundation. Look, they go skipping around. Right? Now, the downside of this is that their mood begins to plummet until they become desperately unhappy. Okay? And what you'll notice is that she'll do it to patients as well. And then they rage quit shortly after they've been brainwashed. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's got his verbal diarrhea. I thought he was going to go to the bin to be sick, but no. Instead, he went straight to to the pharmacy. Right, Cryptology's been unlocked. So Now, I wonder what happened to that janitor. It was a janitor. So it's probably... Is it this guy? It's probably past. No, there we go. It's this guy here has been brainwashed. Okay, and if we look at his mood, can you see? Really, really unhappy. Really, really unhappy. So we're going to send him back on another break. And it should eventually pass the brainwashing, but we're going to send him on another break. Just to try and keep him happy. But the best way to, I think, deal with it is that when she is talking to a staff member, just pick the staff member up and they won't become brainwashed. That's the best way to do it. So Cryptology, our researchers have invented a new machine, the decryptor. Use it to cure patients suffering from premature mummification. That's exciting. That is exciting. And we'll look at that emergency after we've dealt with her, because we do sort of need to watch her. She's problematic. So she's calling somebody over and it is a patient. So there's nothing I can do to stop her from brainwashing this man. You just sort of have to let it happen. And then you can go, see, he's gone skipping off. And this means this is this brainwashed. Oh,
one of the
radio.
Hospitals is ready to open a department of cryptology.
Yes.
That will treat patients with premature mummification. Let this be a lesson. Never mummify your relatives before their time.
So now there's not much we can do about this. So he goes skipping off, all brainwashed, while his mood slowly plummets. Really, the best thing that you can do is send them home. And then this way you prevent having somebody rage quitting your hospital, which will affect your reputation of your hospital. Indeed. So, again, we're going to need to tell this guy to go. And that's it, really. You just sort of need to keep an eye on her. Unless you're not bothered about people rage quitting, then don't. Just let her get on with it. But that's what she does. So if you find yourself suddenly having loads of people rage quitting and you're trying to figure out why and what's wrong with the hospital, just see if Agatha Sphere is visiting. Because if she is, that's what's happening. And to not worry about it, it will stop when she goes. You know, and you might be getting upset staff as well. I noticed that we have Eugene here, who has 8 bitten. So that's worth bearing in mind, that we're getting 8 bitten patients coming in. Now, I think the ward is actually doing quite a good job at diagnosing at these guys, which is interesting. I think it's doing a fairly good job. They're in the toilet. Okay. Discovered new illness, bogwarts, a rather disgusting skin condition caused by filthy toilets. It can be cured with an expensive cocktail of drugs carefully prepared in the pharmacy, or with witchcraft. Fantastic. So we're getting a bit of a queue building up here. Oh, yes, he was in the toilet. Let's get them to the top. So, yeah, I think what's happening is that, well, the toilets are getting busy. That much we can see. And let's see here. I think could take a little while. Could take a little while, though, to generate that research, to be honest. It could do. It could do. At the same time, I think I would like... I'll be patient for the money. I think I'm up for being patient with the money, to be honest. Uh-oh, she's at it again, everybody. So, Sandy here. We're going to have to send Sandy home. Right. So, we can see that things are starting to unravel in the hospital just a little bit. And really, what we could do with is setting up a new GP room. I think we need something else to help us diagnose these guys. Which I don't think we're going to fit in here. We might do. We've got a ward emergency. So, lots to do when Agatha is finished upsetting the hospital. We've got a lot to sort out. We can now send him for treatment. Can we send you for treatment? Not yet. You're also in the toilets. Okay. Keep an eye on it. There we go. Send you for treatment. What else can we do? No, they're all alright now. Is she leaving yet? She's now visiting the pharmacy. because we'd like to do this emergency here. Okay. Send them home. What is this? Earn 100,000. Reject that. I just don't think it's possible. At the moment, we don't make much money.
Anything deposited in a bin is now hospital property. No rummaging.
No rummaging. Wow, Agatha Sphere, everybody. She just doesn't go home, does she?
A new antique shop has opened in Blighton, so naturally I visited it for today's St. Nigel reviews. I must say that Barlow and Strinker Antiques is a terrible disappointment.
She's leaving the hospital. Isn't that wonderful? Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that, everybody. So, I would like to see how well this... I think this ward does fairly well at diagnosing a mummy. Shall we follow a mummy around? Oh, look, here we go. So, Rose. Now, we got 40% from a level 2 GP. That's pretty good. It's interesting that he's now sending Rose here to fluid analysis over the ward. Do you think? I think that's fairly interesting. Maybe because the ward is busy? Not sure. Not sure. We could do with a bigger ward, couldn't we? Because this ward emergency is 4 patients with lazy bones. What is this? So the Orb Foundation senior doctor, or supreme healer, as they like to be known, blimey, has returned from her visit looking quite frustrated. Maybe you're doing better than she expected. Oh, nice. Nice. What happened to Rose? Don't know. We've lost Rose, everybody. Oh, God. Oh, it's so brutal, isn't it? What we'll do, I think, is we'll copy this room and we will get a second GP going. Like that. And we will move this to there. I think that's what we'll do. So that will help, right? That will help. We should probably put one of these over here. Oops. So here's Rose. So 40%. How much do we get out of fluid analysis? Let's see. Just 10%. Okay. Just 10%. Then with another visit to the GP. Training required. Okay, good to know. We're aware of the training. I think Mega Scan. I think the ward does a good job. But then we might want to look. So, right, okay. So they've got a level 2 GP. How much do we get? Right, 12. And now they're being sent to the ward. So we got 10% out of fluid analysis. I feel like the ward might be better. And if the ward is better, then we need a good diagnostic ward. But I also feel like X-ray and Mega Scan are quite good. If I remember from all the streamers, I feel that these were good rooms. So we might see about Mega Scan, to be honest. But that's really expensive business, and there's not really enough room in this building for a Mega Scan, so I'm thinking we might need to open up this building. So we might need some money to build a Mega Scan and build a larger ward. That might be nice. That might be nice. Because at the moment, it's fairly difficult to diagnose these mummies. Look, here's one. They're at 50%. They've gone to the ward. How much diagnosis do we get out of this? Bearing in mind...
I'm expected to read the weather.
Okay.
Well, if I must. Chances of precipitation have increased exponentially due to a higher concentration of moisture at high altitudes. And that's the weather.
God, 36% on that, dude. This one? 14. Interesting. Okay. Right, shall we? What's the do have a bit of a queue. But this guy we can send home. I think I'd like to try and accept this emergency. Except I didn't check her energy levels. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Benny Explosion is terribly dull, apparently, so we don't want him. But I'm thinking that we might want to get a doctor in to train up in Megascan. The thing is, because I think you need this, allows a doctor to use a Megascan, yeah. I think we do need this. X-ray's cheaper though, isn't it, for us to build? How much is that training? 20 grand. 20 grand, everybody. Let's forget this for the minute. What we might do is go with the X-ray. Might go with X-ray. Ward. Oh, because the ward can't treat. So what we'll do is turn treatment on. And get the VIPs to the top of the queue. We're going to send Lily home. We're going to send you for treatment, even though you're not really ready. You're going to go home. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we'll get these VIPs in. Because we've only got 2 beds, so we're sort of pushing our luck a little bit here. Maybe we could squeeze another bed in. Just here. Just there. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. 65%. Send them home. Promote them. But this will just help bring in a bit of money, right? Right, where is the nurse? Why aren't you dealing with these guys? Okay, here we go. Free up another bed there. Because we have 4 emergency ones. She's getting tired. That's also worth noting. Right, so we should be able to get another one in. Oh, we'll send you home. Volcanic activity is coming, everybody. Volcanic activity. Rose Phoenix got to 88%. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. Let's have a look here. Rooms, how much is Cryptology? 30 grand to build. 30 grand, everybody. And how much is the X-ray?
Please be alert.
30 grand. Ooh. So I think we might go with X-ray to try and deal with to get a full diagnosis on our premature mummification peeps. I think is what we're going to do. As Megascan is just so expensive, the training, the actual room itself, it's 60 grand. Oh no. Alright. Okay. That was on fire. It's gone out though. It's gone out. That one's on fire. That's on fire. Right. Hot magma is burning our hospital. We need a janitor.
Hospital equipment has exploded.
Has it? I mean, I'm not aware of that. Don't get me wrong, I can see that we've got problems. Unless it was an aircon unit? Quite, it's really hot as well. Can you see how hot those are? That's actually kind of nice that you can see the heat that comes from them. Oh dear, this isn't going terribly well, is it? It's really hot in here. Maybe this needs maintenance. Really bad maintenance.
Janitor called to mend fluid accelerator.
Yeah, we didn't have any explosions. Now we can see here that they've used one of the fire extinguishers I put down not seen them do it yet, but they have done it, look. This is why I put them near the door, so I can see if any have been grabbed to extinguish any of these hot magma balls. Take a break. Off you go. Trying to get everything repaired and sorted. The GP office has no queue. That's weird, isn't it? Okay. All right. I think we've got over that. I think we've got over that. So we are. Where are we with this? We're doing all right. I think we're going to send Terry home. I think we're going to send you for treatment. And the nurse has gone on break for here, which is no good because we're running out of time. So where is the nurse? I know that she is probably tired, but we're going to bring her back to work because we are just trying to do this emergency. Oh, look. Terribly dull, though. My goodness. Ooh. We won't be employing another researcher, though. Okay. So my thinking is... do we go straight for cryptology? Probably. And then get better at diagnosing them later? Probably. It'll help bring in money. What we're going to have to do is force, I think, a diagnosis through on this. I think is what we're going to have to do, which means that they will probably get a lot of deaths from premature mummification for a little while, because that's the thing. It's a trade-off, right? So we either try and diagnose them correctly and well first, so that we're more likely to get better treatments, or we force them through treatments where we will most likely kill them, but we're getting the money. Do you know what I mean? So there's an argument. Ooh, beautiful. There is an argument to build the diagnosis first. And do you know what? I think we might do it. I think we will. I'm going to do it the long way round because I would rather cure them as best I can before I just, rather than just taking money from these poor people, just totally a way that you could do it. I would like to try and get a decent diagnosis for them first, I think. So we're going to get rid of these tennis courts. These lovely tennis courts. And we're going to make this a diagnostic building, and we're going to put an X-ray in it. A mega scan, I think, is going to be better for us in the long run, but we can't really afford to do that at the moment. So instead, we will build X-ray, an X-ray machine. Promote 3 staff members. No. Although there's one promotion there. So here comes this building. Here comes this building. Excellent. And actually, I think there is a GP that we could train. Look at this GP. We could train them in GP2. And we'll get Dan. Yeah, doesn't really matter. We'll get Dan to do it. Get that done. So here we are. Another building. And then what we can do with this building is get an X-ray. Let's get an X-ray in it. And we'll need to get a staff room over here and some toilets. And we'll probably make a larger ward for over here. I think we'll be doing slowly building this up. Starting definitely with our X-ray. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, please hit that like button. As long as you are here, why not check out one of my delectable videos available? Feel free to come stalk me on social media and be sure to share this video with friends so even more may watch my SHIZWAH. See you next time, peeps.